Well, the Wharf Theatre is continuing its long tradition of premiering works by New American Voices with the world premiere of Lils' 90th. Now, this story is by Darci Picoult and directed by Jo Bonney, and it centers around Lillian's much-anticipated 90th birthday celebration where she'll make her big singing debut. But somehow, Lil gets wind of her husband's secret birthday surprise that really ends up putting their marriage to the test. And the question is, will the power of love stand the test of aging? And here to tell us more about Lil's 90th are actors Lucy Walters and Nick Blameyer. Welcome to the show, both of you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
You nailed that last name,
You
Nick.
did. You nailed it.
Thankfully.
So impressed.
My goodness. Now listen, both of you are wonderful actors. You guys have both done some work in film, in theater, a little bit of everything. What's it feel like to be heading over to Wharf Theatre?
It's been a really amazing opportunity.
It's been an honor. I mean, we're working with, two heroes of the field in Lois Smith and David Margulies, and the whole process, I would say, has been kind of surprisingly fun considering how much work it's been. We've really done a lot of work on the play, and it's grown a lot, and I'm really excited to see what people think of it now that we're open.
Yeah.
Lucy, how about for you? What is it like working with them?
Oh gosh, I've learned so much. I just feel like, every day in rehearsal,
It's got to be an honor, right?
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the respective roles that you each will play in Lil's 90th.
Well, maybe you should start. You're the grandson.
Oh, I'm the grandson. I'm the grandson. I play Tommy, and I'm Lil's grandson, and I'm sort of a Brooklyn-born kid, and we come in and we sort of, she's putting on a concert or a cabaret for her birthday, and I sort of act as her music director. We play a little piano for her little sweet songs that she sings. And Lucy plays my girlfriend, Deirdre, and she also plays a bunch of instruments in the show.
Well, we both do. That's been a lot of fun doing it.
It's been really fun. We accompany Lois as she's making her singing debut on stage, which is really cool.
Yeah. And so my character, because I'm sort of the outsider, and it gets to, see things, I guess, lets the audience see things that the family doesn't see. So I think she picks up on a lot of...
for you.
Yeah.
And exciting. Tell us what you think the audience, what has been like the audience's take on it that you've noticed?
They've been kind of amazing. I mean, it's one of these things where, you don't know what you have until you get the audience there.
Right.
And this has been especially wonderful because you can feel kind of a unified focus on what's happening, because the story, it's sort of like a whodunit in a way, and it evolves in a really smart. I mean, what Darci has written and what Jo has directed has been so smart, and they've been really careful about not spoon feeding the audience. But there are moments backstage where you can feel, something is revealed, and you hear the audience audibly gasp, and it's just the most amazing feeling to walk out and be like, we know that they're with us and they're following us in the story.
And they're getting it, and they're following it through.
Totally.
What's it like being on stage for you? Do you enjoy it?
Oh yeah. There's
It's
still that thrill every time.
How is it different, though? Because you both have done other stuff besides theater. How is it for you being in front of a live audience?
Man, it's just more. It's more visceral. It's more exciting. And especially with the music. I don't know. There's just this connection. I love theater.
Tell us a little bit about the fact that this is something that everybody can relate to. What's that been like, noticing that you are seeing just a huge difference in age groups coming out to support this production?
Absolutely. I mean, it's interesting because I would say that the show is sort of about a rite of passage that you don't necessarily see a lot of shows focus on in terms of, a late life love story, and it's something that I was surprised to relate to as much as I did, because the characters are so in love, and you sort of hope that you'll have a relationship like that when you're in your 90s with your loved one. And so, to see how the circumstances affect that relationship have been really interesting for both us and I hope the audience too.
Yeah.
Do you each have a personal connection in a way to this particular show?
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, everyone seems to. I mean, everyone who sees this says, "Oh, my grandmother. Oh, my grandfather."
Totally.
It's one of the most exciting things about it, and everyone has their story. Unfortunately, my grandparents both sets passed very early, although in college I took care of an older couple, and so they became my surrogate grandparents, and I and definitely dealt with this couple did, similar memory problems, but it is one of the lovely things that everybody responds to that.
How about for you?
Universality.
Yeah, I mean, the show is about family. And what's been really interesting is we've been rehearsing through the holidays. So we were kind of in the middle of this experience where it was really intense, and we're kind of talking about, you know, the minutia of how families work. And then I went home and spent time with my family and saw how brilliantly this writer and this director have put together a family. I mean, there's so many little things that this family does.
Details, all in the details.
Yeah, it's a verisimilitude that I think is really kind of a huge accomplishment.
Well, we're excited to have you here in the studio.
Oh,
Excited
thank you
about
so
the upcoming
much.
performance, I should say. Listen, folks, the world premiere of Lils 90 is happening right now.
Tickets.
Yes, go ahead, Jill. Say it. Lucy's like, I am fine no longer.
No, but it is. It's a lovely production. So
It is a lovely production. It's on the screen right now. Again, Lils 90th, happening right now at Stage 2 at Wharf Theatre. And it's happening right now through February 7th. Everything that Lucy just said, I said it again for you.
Thank you.
And make sure you get those tickets. They will start at $25. The phone number, of course, was listed on the screen. But if you missed that, come to our website, WTNH.com. Click on Connecticut Style. We will get you the link. Or just hit up the Wharf Theatre, and they'll have all the information there.
Great.
Thank you both so much,
Thank
Lucy
you,
and Nick. It was a
Desiree.
Thank you for
pleasure.
having us.
I'm going to be there to see you.
Great, see you then.
I love this. You come anytime. Anytime you want to woohoo with me, it's all good.
Woohoo!
Nick.
Thank you.
Okay. Coming up next, Bowser is in the house when Connecticut Style returns. Stick around.